We're recording. Go ahead.
All right. Awesome. You guys, thank you so much for being so patient. We love you guys all, and we love seeing that we're at 453 viewers, and you guys stuck with us. And, you know, I pulled this one over here. Look, she's just right here if you want to see her.
We're next to each other, partners in crime.
This is how we do it. You know, she was helping me while we were working out the technical difficulties for this. So thank you guys so much. But who is excited for this call? Let's start raising your hands or start viewing your chats. We know that we've got some Canadians, we've got Georgia, we've got Arizona, we've got New York, North Carolina, South Carolina. We've got a lot of people. So, oh, I just saw Oregon too.
Ooh,
yes,
Florida.
yes. I know, this is so cool. Oh, our numbers are keep climbing, so thank you guys for supporting us. We're just waiting on the slides to get started, and we'll soon be up and going.
All right,
and
guys.
Here we go. We're ready to
Can you
We're almost ready to rock and roll.
We get to see Jessica's desktop, you guys. That's all I got to say.
I know,
What
right?
you got up there?
Let's see what she secretly has. A little bit.
Can you see my slides?
We can see you. We're all good.
I'm going to go to you, Kristin. Let's go.
So this is me. All right, you guys. Thank you again. I'm Kristin Landry. I'm the Regional Sales Manager for Mid-Atlantic. Something that you guys don't know about me that I'm going to share really fast is I came from New York City, and I was thinking I was living the dream. I was hustling in a job that was going from 7 until 9 p.m. So I was really working, and I was out there, and I finally realized, you know, I needed something different, and I needed something that was going to give me more value in not only my personal life, but in my professional life. And so I actually synced up with Isagenix, and it has been a dream come true for me. And I'm sure most of you guys know that because you're here today. But ever since I've joined, my energy and my positive focus has been more in line with what I personally want and where I'm trying to achieve. So I'm super excited to be here and be hosting with the amazing, the one and only Jessica Johnston, who is obviously a 10-star rock star, platinum, 9-star crystal executive. But not only that, you know, she is a mother of 3 to beautiful daughters who their name all starts with a J. And if you don't know something, her name and her husband starts with a J. And I learned that today. So that's something cool. She's also a devoted leader. If you guys are on her team, or even if you're not, she definitely will help and reach out in any capacity that she can. And she's always so positive because her daughters are cheerleaders and they do gymnastics. So that's like a win-win right there. So Jessica, thank you so much for joining us on the call. And as I get forward into kind of the slides, I wanted to highlight some social trends that we see in today's market. So one is obviously global weight loss market. You know, I could sit here and I can read you that billion-dollar number, but we all know that this is a growing, scary rate in today's society. You know, more people are overweight, and they're really looking for something as far as a solution. And they're really going to kind of go towards anything at that matter. So this is something that, you know, we really want to focus in on when it comes to weight loss.
I just can't believe there's 500 people on this call.
I mean, 515, you guys, 15 is my lucky number. So I'd be fine if we kept it here. I'm just kidding. The fitness industry is also another global trend. I mean, we all know that usually the fitness industry starts, you know, right after New Year's. We all commit and say, hey, we're going to join a gym, or we're going to do something about that, right? That extra fat. So people are really trying to find some type of trend or market that they can invest in. And, you know, the gyms alone, they see $75 billion. And that's just a huge number, and it'll continue to climb. Another social trend is always the anti-aging market. I feel like within the last couple of years, it's really been a big boomer in this industry. People are really looking for a solution to kind of feel and look younger in today's society. So at this point, people will kind of spend their money in that market. As you can see, $285 billion market. It's huge. And then we get into the lovely products. So Jessica, if you want to highlight some of this.
Are you sure you don't just want to do all of it?
I mean, for a second, I really thought I was going to have to. So you put me on my toes, girl.
You were nervous there, weren't you? And I was upset because I wanted to do it. Thank you so much, Kristin. And of course, we've got Martha Whitfield. And I know that so many of you who are in Isagenix appreciate and love these women as much as I do. And so we love the support. Thank you so much. And I just want to start by saying I want to welcome, in particular, anyone who's already in Isagenix. You guys are so excited to hear this call because you love to hear, new people talk about why we love this. We get a little crazy with this because we're passionate about it and because this product changed our lives. But specifically tonight, I'd really like to just welcome the brand new people. If maybe you're in Isagenix and you're hearing this for the very first time and you're a little bit curious, I hope that we really hit it home for you and we explain how you've made such a great decision. But for the people who are not with us in Isagenix yet, but somebody called you and was just so excited about what this is. They invited you tonight and they said, just get on the call tonight. Just trust me. You've got to hear this. I'm talking to you guys tonight. And I just want you to see why whoever invited you has probably driven you crazy to get on this call. And maybe some of you came more willingly, and I welcome you regardless. So let's get into this. I'm going to do a really high level overview for all of you. And because I want you to just get the basics down of why we love Isagenix. And then I just want to talk to you briefly about how our lives have just really changed. Not just from a health standpoint, but I started to get really excited to help other people survive some health challenges that I personally dealt with. And I'll tell you, that's what drove me to start talking about Isagenix. So above and beyond my own personal product health transformation, I started to realize I had a lot more people I could help that had no idea that this existed. And for the first time in probably 20 years, I felt like this was something I wanted to share with people who might not feel good. And I understood where they had come from. And it took someone else as a survivor like me to give them some confidence this could be a solution for them. And I'm going to talk to you about this product line. I think a lot of you want to know, why is this different? So I want to touch on that for just a second. But most importantly for me, I went through all of the same things that you've wondered. I've wondered, is this hype? Is this all marketing? This is just, they say it's this great food source and this great protein, but I've heard all that before. I've heard all of that through my health challenges and through owning fitness centers, upscale fitness centers that cater to professional athletes, Olympic athletes, millionaire, billionaire clientele executives. We cater to this huge group of people. And so I was naturally a skeptic in any of these companies because they all sounded great, but in my experience in fitness, there wasn't a delivery of the product. It didn't actually really show up for me. And so for 15 years in the fitness industry, for the first 12, I refused to endorse any products. And I talked about healthy eating and exercise and how important that was. And for a lot of you, that's very normal. Like, we can eat good and we can exercise, and so we'll feel better. Something kept standing out to me about this company. And everything I read almost was too good to be true. Like, wow, if this really can do what it says it does, I have finally found the solution for my personal health challenge. And for 18 months, I said no because I was afraid it wasn't going to work. And I said yes one day. Something said, it's time, let's try it. You have nothing to lose. You've tried everything else. And in 3 weeks, I had freedom from my health challenge that I had been with for 13 years. I had complete freedom with that. And I was really moved inside to tell other people about it. And so I'm here today. It's been 4.5 years. I'm here today because my health is even better than it was at week 3. This product has never let me down. It has never let me down. And I can tell you that honestly, that every time it's every day that I get a message that someone else had a great experience. And my response is that this product never lets me down. And that's why I can stand behind it. It was finally the product that worked. And I want to show you why. And so that's a little bit of the background on my story. Thank you for bearing with me while I told that a little bit. But we've we've had a very abundant, it turned into a business. It turned into something that has blessed us financially, just because I'm passionate about sharing with you guys. So welcome and let's go. This shake, game changer. As a fitness person, I'm like, what's so great about that shake? Guys, I've never seen, for me personally, a protein this clean in my life. And in 20 years as an athlete, as 15 years as a fitness professional, I've never seen a protein this clean. I've never seen it rated this high. And I certainly have never seen a protein that hasn't been pasteurized, heated, boiled, cooked. And we all know that in general, when you cook your food, you start to lose nutrients. The more raw your food is, the less cooked, the more you get in your body from that food from a nutrient standpoint. And so what Kristin just explained, there's a health crisis, and there are people spending a lot of money to feel better and to look better. And so we have a solution with a food here. Isagenix is just food. Let me start there. We're just a superfood. We're just food. If you're going to eat this week, try some of this food also. All right. And not even, you might replace some food with this, or you might just add it like I did. I just added it. I love food. I love whole foods. I just added this into my routine and I let the product work for me. We've got, for me, one of the cleanest forms of food. And just the way that I like to explain the shake is that if you could eat perfectly, if you could eat the right amount of fiber, carbohydrates, protein, amino acids, healthy sugars, healthy fat, if you could eat that in every meal perfectly for your body to metabolize and digest and utilize those nutrients and those vitamins and those minerals, this is that food. And we spend a lot of time, or not, I don't really. I'm a mama of 3 and I'm busy. We spend a lot of time trying to get that diet right, and it's so hard. Finally, we have a food that metabolizes and digests, for me, beautifully in the system, and it's used really efficiently for the lean tissue and then for the release of fat tissue. So let me move on for why this company was really founded. The company was not founded for its shakes, for its nutrient-dense, amazing shakes that you will feel different on in a matter of days. And I can tell you confidently, we know why clinically, we know why scientifically after just a couple of days on shakes that you will notice the difference. But let's talk about why the company was founded. The shakes were part 2, and they ended up being significant in this company, in this organization, in this process. But the Cleanse for Life is why we were founded. Because there's a health crisis, I think what most people know now is that we are always ingesting, we are always breathing in, we are surrounded by chemicals that are foreign to the body. And while we take these chemicals in, our liver, our organ, our intestines, our kidneys, they are going up against some of this genetic modification in food, some of the chemicals that have been sprayed or injected into our food, the jet fuel that falls out of the sky that we breathe in. Our body wasn't designed to absorb and use jet fuel. And I say jet fuel because it's actually a very profound toxin or chemical in our system. And so I use jet fuel as an example. The Cleanse for Life supports the system aggressively to do what our body does naturally in trying to detox these chemicals out of our system. And so our body is constantly, overnight especially, trying to release these toxins and get rid of them that we've ingested or breathed in or rubbed on our skin throughout the day. And so every night our body detoxes while we sleep. Isagenix Cleanse for Life will help boost and support the body to do that more efficiently. And so our bodies detox themselves. Isagenix is just the food that will come in and support that process and enhance it. And boy, it works. It works. 4.5 years. I don't ever want to live without this. But here's what I want to show you quickly. a lot of you come into Isagenix thinking, is this a diet? I don't want to diet. Well, good, because I didn't either. I like food. I told you, I like French fries, you guys. And I have 3 kids and they eat French fries too. So I like food, and I was worried that this was a diet, and I have done diets before. This is the difference. This is why Isagenix works differently. And in a nutshell, I know you can read the screen, but we have impurities in our system. Those are some of the toxins I was talking about. Our bodies are acidic. They're toxic. They're overworked. 95% of us. So if you're in the 5% that's not toxic, I applaud you. You're actually still going to love this product. And I won't get into that tonight, but I work with a lot of athletes who are already fairly alkaline. Their body is not quite too acidic, but they still utilize this product line for something different. Diets. We're not a diet. Thank goodness. We are a cleansing system that relieves the impurities from the body. And as a side effect of detoxification of the body, as a detoxification of these cells, we're cleaning these cells up in our body. We are ultimately releasing excess body fat through that process. It's just the medical way that this happens. So rather than just addressing the fat through a diet or addressing the fat through exercise or whatever else you're doing, we ultimately need to remove the impurities out of our body so that all of that fat that's coating these impurities will release with it. And so you've heard the term toxic fat. We're just releasing toxic fat out of the system. And oftentimes, guys, it's not our fault. It's what we're eating. It's what we're breathing, right? We're up against it. And so now we have the solution to release the impurities out of our system. And ultimately, body fat will be released with this process. It's so cool. So you shouldn't feel hungry, thank goodness, when you eat Isagenix. You shouldn't feel hungry, which to me was like, I'm in. I like to eat. I don't want to feel hungry. So Ionic Supreme, just quickly, it ends up being one of my favorite products. And anyone who's using Isagenix on the phone tonight will say, yes, I love that product. It comes in every pack. And the way I like to explain this is that it's an anti-inflammatory to the body. It adapts to what your body needs. It's a bunch of natural extracts and adaptogens and botanicals that support the body and our immune health. It reduces stress in our body. It gives us energy. To me, this is one of the most brilliant products, and it's why I highlight it. And everyone who's on the phone will say, I can't live without my Ionics. It's just a beautiful thing that's very hard to find in a grocery store. You cannot combine these ingredients and find it in a grocery store. We have it at Isagenix. Vitamins, guys. I'm not good with my vitamins. I never have been. And so for me, this was just my vitamin solution, finally. I have expired bottles of vitamins everywhere. I would throw them out. They're expensive. Finally, I have a vitamin solution, and it's coming from a company of high integrity. I'm willing to consume their food. I am all in for these vitamins. They come in little packs, which is huge. You open up your AM pack, you put it down. So you've got your fish oils, you've got all of your support in a multivitamin, you've got your CoQ10s and other things we're supposed to be taking that we don't really know to take. For the sake of tonight's call, I'm actually not going to spend a lot of time on this, but if you're a performance athlete or if you're just somebody that works out a lot or, you're in the gym a lot, I will tell you that when this product line called Amped was released in Isagenix, I'm really just a big fan of the cleansing system and what that's done for my body, my health, my life, and so many people now. This system, I waited 3 months to try. Guilty. I waited 3 months because I hadn't ever really seen something this clean and this effective before in my history in the fitness industry. I waited 3 months to try it, and the reason I did was because I was waiting for everyone else to tell me how good it was. And I'll tell you, my customers in Isagenix are what convinced me to start using this line because they could not believe it was finally a solution for them. What I love most about Isagenix is, guys, no gluten, no soy, no corn, no genetic modification, no chemical, no artificial sweeteners. With my health challenge, I wasn't willing to compromise that. And we put the company tests these products, but then they put it through a third party to make sure none of that is in there. So for all of you organic people and all of you people who are already eating really clean and exercising, just know this is it. This is top-notch organic, and you're going to love it. We've got some scientific studies that were done. And for me, as somebody who cares about my reputation when I endorse something, some of the science studies that have been done in Isagenix, particularly this one, stands out to me. The Heart Healthy Diet is from the American Red Cross. And now in two scenarios specifically that I've seen results on, Isagenix was compared to the Heart Healthy Diet from the American Red Cross. And spend any time you want going on isagenixhealth.net and review what we found in those studies and how Isagenix, you see it on the screen, how they were coming out on top. And for me, that was complete validation that I was with the right company and the right product. We've got, of course, a ton of professional athletes that use this. I've actually personally sponsored some of them because the top athletes in the world will call me and say, I need to reach optimal health, and I have impurities in my system, and I have some excess fat. As lean as I am, I have some excess fat that I need to address. And I know that I can only do that through nutritional cleansing. Can you help me? And I have coached a lot of top athletes in the world to help them nutritionally cleanse their body and take their body to an even leaner body fat, which ultimately just really means better health. Okay. This is just a quick picture. I love this one. I added this in. This is our girl, Helen. I know you're on the phone tonight. Gosh, what a transformation. And she's a friend, guys. She's a friend. She had released, I think, 90 pounds when this picture was taken using the Isagenix product line, and she started to incorporate exercise. I think she's actually released even more than that. She may be pushing the 100 pounds, but guys, it has changed her life. It is more than her body. It has changed her spirit. It has changed her confidence. It's amazing what this does for people. Todd Loddick, one of my teammates, the reason I put this picture in is because while his physique for him was changing, it changed in 45 days, and it's actually quite rapid how quickly you'll experience Isagenix. But for Todd, it was the placement of his cell phone when he was taking these pictures. I love how his confidence has changed throughout those 45 days. And I just love it. And on day 45, how much of a stud he thinks he is. And Todd, I love you. It's one of my favorite pictures. I use it in a lot of my speaking engagements. So it changes us also mentally, emotionally, guys. I get really excited about this graph takes a little bit to load. So give me just a second. Here we go. All right, so I get excited about the timing of Isagenix because I'm kind of a dorky investment banker. I started my career for 6 years in investment banking before I became an entrepreneur. This graph really excites me. Like, I'm kind of weird about it, but I understand companies, and I understand the revenue of a company, and I understand what a company that has debt means. And so when I started in Isagenix and I started to love the product, I talked to my sponsor, Herb Cepeda, who helped me open an account. He happens to be my neighbor. I talked to him about the timing of this company. When I joined in 2012 to use this product specifically, I knew enough from a business standpoint to ask where the company was from a stability standpoint. And right away, I learned that we were on the verge of an explosion in this company from a growth standpoint, that we had sustained for 10 years product testimonial, that the product had proven itself. And now we were in a position that we could really explode this for a couple of ways. We had proven ourselves in the products. 85% of the people engaged in Isagenix are just consumers of our product. And that says a lot. So there are only 15% or less, now it's less, I think, of people who engage in Isagenix for the product, but also decided to share it to earn some sort of an income. And I'll tell you, just for the sake of the people who are on the phone tonight, there are people on the phone who specifically came to Isagenix for an income opportunity. And I want to say that to honor those people, because there are some people who come in to this and say, I need the income. I will benefit from the product, but I actually need the income. So for some of you, the product is secondary. And I know I just spent a lot of time on it, but I'm passionate about it. And I couldn't create an income unless I believed in the product. It was just where I was personally. This company is exploding. And what I want to tell you is that your timing to open an account with this company and to get your product is perfect if you are considering earning some type of income. And so I feel really confident about that. And whoever invited you to the call can obviously explain a lot more about what the income opportunity might be. Just know that, it starts out for me, it was maybe $50, it was $100, and then it was $500, and then it was $1,000, and then it was $5,000, and then it was $15,000. And now, this has just really turned into abundant opportunity because I found a team of people who love people. And they want to help people with either their finances or their health. And we've just grown a really massive organization. And we're at the verge of this company once it explodes, boom. And I've been a part of companies before as an entrepreneur. When we get into momentum, it's a really exciting time to be part of something. So I'm excited for that period to come, and I am ready for it. So here we are. I can't believe this. I look at this and I think, my goodness, we're in 12 countries right now, maybe 13, but we have such a huge vision. And what I love for the founders of this company, Jim and Kathy Coover, they actually are very strategic in how they open each country. They're very strategic. And as a businesswoman, I want to know that our systems and our products are protected as we expand into a new country, because the volume of consumption can increase very quickly. But I need to know that my customers here in the United States, and some of you on the line are from Canada, Mexico, Australia, so I speak for you guys too. We have Singapore, we have Taiwan on the line. We have you guys from all over the country. But what I want to make sure is that locally, my huge customer base, I want to make sure that they are still taken care of and that they get their products in 2 days, regardless of the fact that we're getting ready to open in the UK. That people they will still have the same level of customer service locally before we explode our business in the UK. Hint, if you know anyone in the UK, start calling them tonight, right after this call. So we're getting ready to go. We're already global, but I can't even explain what's going to happen when we go even more global. Network marketing, guys, I love it. Call it direct sales. I don't care what you call it. But I'll tell you something. This is a huge industry. And once I finally got over myself and I decided that I wanted to be in this world of direct selling and I could help people, I realized how big this industry was. And I have watched the evolution of this industry. And I will tell you right now, this industry is enormous. It's bigger than the NFL. It's bigger than the movie industry. It is enormous. It's becoming way bigger than retail. And so I told somebody recently, I said, a mall that you go to shop at, I think in 20 years, the malls are going to be gone because so many are using technology in this form of direct sales or referral-based business to earn, to explode a company. This model is really brilliant. And here's what it is. And then I'm actually going to turn it back over to Kristin, our awesome corporate representative out in Phoenix, Arizona. But here it is. This is it. And don't make it more complicated. Use the product. That's the first thing. Use it. I tell everybody that. Tell people about it. If you feel great, you love it the way that I do, tell people about it. I'm pretty confident in your first week, you're going to know why we're so excited. And then start to think about and talk to people. Do you want to share this and get your product for free? Because if you share this and you get I call it like a rebate, you get like a referral commission. If you tell people about it, the company gives you money to tell people about it. It's referral-based business. I try to find out with my people, do you want to share this? Or do you 85% of them just want to keep it to themselves? That's fine. But in some cases, some people want to share this and they venture into the income. In other scenarios, they join Isagenix for the income opportunity because it is very abundant. It's very abundant beyond anything that I ever could have imagined and any other business I have ever run or worked for. It's incredible. And so I want to turn it back over to Kristin. She knows Jim and Kathy are dear to my heart. She doesn't have to spend a lot of time on this. We're just going to wrap. But these are pretty incredible people. And what I want to say about Jim and Kathy is that, it's awesome as a professional to be aligned with people that have such sophistication and such class. And the fact that they're our friends too. And they promote a family a family environment, a family money opportunity if you decide to do that. Their son Eric joined their company. Thank goodness. He's so amazing in what he's done for our company. And, gosh, and it's going to get even better. And of course, our founding father, John Anderson, thank goodness he formulated this product line because of his own health, and ultimately found Jim and Kathy to help him market it. And I've had a great 4.5 years. And I'm just proud to be with a company now 15 years strong that's going to hit $1 billion this year. $1 billion. For my business people out there, we're going to hit $1 billion this year alone. We're $5 billion cumulative. And this year alone, we're going to earn $1 billion in this company. And so I'm just honored to be a part of all this. And Kristin, I want to thank you for inviting me tonight to talk about why I love Isagenix so much.
You're welcome. And I mean, my goodness, she did my job for me. So you got to love her right there, people. Obviously, Isagenix, our main vision is always to impact world health, free people from physical and financial pain, and in the process, create the largest health and wellness company in the world. You guys, what that really means is that the company is on the right path. We're here to help and change lives. And like she said, leave a long-lasting legacy. So you have the opportunity today to be part of that life-changing mission. And Jim, Kathy, John, Jessica, myself, we all want you guys to be a part of it. We hope that you see that vision. And then we're going to go on to the next one.
I think that's it, Kristin. Oh, it is.
That's it.
Well,
All right.
my slides are different, so you can finish. I know you had more to say, but let's wrap on that slide if you want to. I know I changed them on you. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. But obviously, we are super excited to have you guys on, and like Jessica just mentioned throughout her whole entire presentation, Isagenix is the vehicle. It can really get you to where you need to be. It's just really understanding that it's a life-changing mission. It's not a quick fix. So make sure what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. And for being on this call, and we had so many chats throughout Jessica's presentation, that we have so many new guests, that I just wanted to say thank you guys for jumping on. We love you. We are going to have a special code for you tonight. It will end at 11.
Yay!
It's a rare moment right now because codes are very special. It will end at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. So don't think that this code's going to last longer, but it's truth. Truth is the code for tonight. So please get with the guests that invited you, or if you have any questions, reach out to myself or Jessica if you'd like, and we can hopefully answer any questions. But the guest that invited, or the person that invited you on tonight's call, can definitely steer you in the right direction, and use that code TRUTH to go get yourself started. $29 off tonight. So good luck. And you guys, thank you so much. We were at 622 viewers. So that right there is awesome. And thank you again for being patient as we figured out our technical difficulties.
Thank you. Love you guys. Night.
Thank you. Love, Jess. Love you.